Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Snackbox. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Guys, today we're gonna do a little account takeover. One of my viewers asked me to build a Hydra team for him, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so first off, I want to take a look at, I want to get a general feeling of where the account is at. He told me he's currently 2-keying Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Now, ideally, you first off want to focus on getting that 1 key on Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, but we're gonna make an exception here. He said he did around 30 million damage on Hydra normal. That's his personal best, and we want to try to get it to the next difficulty and see if we can get a 1 key there. So first thing I want to do is check out his champions, right? So what options do we have here? Let's see. Okay, we have Mithrala, Pythion, also not bad. Wukong. Oh, Thorion. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Islin, also not bad. Ninja, Artek, Duchess. Oh, he has a Padrake. Also really strong. What else do we have? Vizix, of course. An Ugo, also good. But yeah, that's pretty much it from what I can see. I think we have some decent champs in here. We can definitely get something together. So let's see. Let's take a look at his clan boss team. He said he's 2-keying it, so he might be somewhere around 100 million-ish. There he is. Okay, so he's using a Helicat Brogni team. Okay, and let's take a look at his dungeons, how far he's progressed. Okay, so he's working on the hard stages of Ice Golem. He's at stage 6 now, basically. He beat stage 5. Same with Spider. He beat stage 6. Stage 7 on Dragon. And stage 3 on Fire Knight. Yeah, so Fire Knight is definitely the hardest dungeon to beat if you don't have the right champions. Especially without a nude, it can be really annoying. Sand Devil, stage 15, and Shogun, stage 18. So overall, not bad in terms of dungeons. Still needs to work on his 1-key clan boss team, and yeah, we're gonna try to get these 20 million damage on hard Hydra, and I don't think it should be a problem with a little bit of regear. Now let's take a look again at his champions. Definitely want to use Thorion, one of the best Hydra champs. Okay, his masteries are not completely done, but he's booked. That's cool. He has cruelty. That's fine. Okay, I see the problem here. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, I see the problem here. I mean, 70% crit rate. That's not really ideal on a max HP damage champion. Let me see if he has a preset for his normal team. Oh yeah, he actually has. So this is basically what he used before. Duchess in lead, Mithrala for clans and hacks and all the buffs, I guess. Thorian for damage, Vizix, Ninja, and Padrake. And yeah, I think it's a solid team. I don't think it's bad at all. I just think the builds are it's really slow, no resistance, so we definitely need to work on that. Mifrala is okay for Hydra. Yeah, like I said, we need to get that crit rate up, definitely. Physics, probably a little bit more accuracy and speed. Maybe we're gonna swap her out with Islin. I'm not sure yet. Ninja looks alright. Could have some more attack, but he has. I think from the looks of it, he has crit rate gloves, and yeah. So if we can get crit damage gloves on him and still manage to get the crit rate and maintain the speed and maybe get some attack up, he would smack really hard. Then we have Pedrick. He's also booked, I believe. Yeah, we can make him faster, I guess, and a little bit more resistance. Yeah, but overall, he has really nice champions, honestly, and I don't think it will be a huge problem to get the job done. Just needs quite a bit of regearing, especially Othorian is going to be our main damage dealer. We're going to use Duchess against the Head of Torment and for block debuffs. Pedrick for, Termita fill, potential decrease of cooldowns, and an ally attack, also a little bit of heal. And who else do we have? Mifrala for Hex. We will try Mifrala for Hex. And I'm not sure if we should use Islin or Vizix for taunting and like decrease speed. But I feel like Islin might be the go here. And then who else? And then we need Ninja. Ninja is booked too. Is Islin booked? He's booked as well. Vizix was booked too, I think. Yep. Ratalos. Yeah, he's booked too. Really slow. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of regearing, see what I can do. Maybe I can get one of, some nice pieces together, upgrade some artifacts, and I'm gonna show you the results afterwards. So yeah, guys, I'm done with the regearing. I haven't done much. I haven't regeared all the champions because I didn't want to use all his silver, as I want him to have the chance to focus on his clan boss team to get that one key, which is, in my opinion, more important than Hydra in his stage of the game. So let's take a look at Mifrala. I didn't really touch Mifrala. I left her the way she was. She's in a protection set. As you can see, all her gear is at 12. So basically, if he upgrades those artifacts, that's an easy upgrade for her. And also get War Master. She will do even more damage. Now, as you can see, she's actually quite slow. Now, the speed would go up to like 270 with glyphs, and probably if he rolls his speed boots up and all the other stuff to 16, she would get around 270, 260 speed, 360 accuracy with 93 res is fine for Hydra. You don't really need more. But he can definitely get some more upgrades through his artifacts. But overall, it's a decent build for Hydra hard. I think she will get the job done. Next up, we have Otorion. Put a Slayer set on him as he was able, as he already had 2 Slayer accessories on, and I figured that would be probably the best, option. Now he has a 6-piece set bonus, ignores 30% of the enemy defense when using AoE skills, which is quite nice because he also has an AoE A1. He has a 2-hitter AoE A2, which is based on enemy max HP and his attack. And also, here the crazy thing about Otorion is basically this skill that he can buff himself, so you don't actually need that much accuracy on him as he buffs his accuracy up, and also grants an extra turn, which will always reduce this skill by 1 turn because he takes an extra turn, which is also really nice. And this passive is just made for Hydra, so really, really strong champion. I think he will annihilate the Hydra heads. Yeah, so basically his stats, he's at 216 speed, 3.7 attack, not really that much. Hoped I could get his attack up way higher, but it's fine. I think for an enemy max HP damage, he will still get the job done. We are sitting at 92% crit rate, which is also not ideal. Really tried to get him to 100%, but with the gear that was available, it was really hard. But we got his crit damage up quite a bit, and his accuracy is also fine. Now look at this stone skin piece. I rolled a triple speed roll on a crit damage stone skin gloves on crit damage stone skin gloves with crit damage, ascension, and crit rate and accuracy and attack percentage. It's just perfect. What a piece, beautiful. And an attack percentage chest with a double crit rate roll and speed on it. So really, really solid build for now. If he manages to get up the crit rate to 100%, it will be perfect. His masteries are not done. If he gets War Master, it will be even better. Let's take a look at Eastlin. I decided to go for Eastlin because he has that A1 provoke, which will have a nice synergy with Pedric because of the ally attack to provoke the Head of Decay. Then we have the decreased speed and also a little, cleansing of buffs from the Hydra heads, which can come in pretty handy. And he has this ally protection and increased defense and also counterattack and shield buff on himself and a self-heal, so he's pretty much a really nice tank. Now, if you build him with a little bit more resistance, so he can resist the Head of Mischief, it would be ideal, but I haven't touched him. I just left him the way he was, and I thought he will work just fine. Then we have Ninja. As you can see, Ninja has also a lot of room for improvement, but I think with the stats he has here, it will work just fine. The accuracy right about 260, which will just be fine for Hydra Hard. He has, unfortunately, crit rate gloves, but in a reflex set, it might work. I wish I could get crit damage gloves and get his crit rate up to 100%, but with the gear it was just not possible. But hey, I think this is just fine if he upgrades this weapon, for example, and you see his banner to get more speed. Maybe this ninja will smack. He has brimstone, which is okay. His masteries are also not done. He can go down to the War Master route or even Helm Smasher maybe. I would probably do War Master or I would probably use War Master. And then we have Pedric. Now Pedrick, I've put him in a 6-piece protection. Yeah, he's only missing like 2 accessories to get that 9-piece, so he will have it soon. And once he gets it, the damage will be even higher. So I got him to 270 speed, which is pretty amazing. 80k HP, 2.5k defense. The defense could be a little bit higher, but it's fine. I wasn't able to get the resistance higher, but it's okay. So he will definitely do some work. Now Pedrick with his A1 is just crazy, decreasing the cooldown of a random ally's active skill by 2 turns. 25% chance can be booked up to 40. And the crazy thing about this, if he uses his ally attack, he will also use the A1. So that's another chance to decrease the cooldown of a random ally. And if he decreases the cooldown of, for example, Thorion, he will do so much more damage, which is such a nice synergy. So he has an ally attack, also fully restores the destroyed max HP and places 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns, so a little extra heal, pretty nice. And his A3 is basically a cleanse and increase speed buff and the turn meter fill, so just to get the to keep the speed of the team up and just have them do more turns and do more damage. In that case, his passive at the start of this champion's turn places a buff on each ally for 1 turn, depending on their type. So he would always buff each ally on the start of his turn, which is pretty amazing. He will buff the defense champions with defense, the attack champions with attack, supports with accuracy, and HP champions with shield. And this shield scares off his of the allies' max HP. So really solid for Hydra, especially the A1 and A2 are so great. Then we have Duchess. I also put her in a 6-piece, even 7-piece protection, just to get her res up a little bit. She's quite slow, honestly. I mean, it's a decent amount of speed, but I would prefer her to go faster. But I guess it's fine for Hydra hard. With glyphs, you can definitely get her to a decent amount of speed. Now he's also only missing 2 accessory pieces for a 9-piece protection, and if he gets Pedrick or Duchess or both in a 9-piece protection set, that would be such a huge upgrade for his team. Duchess pretty much is a nice help for the Head of Torment to avoid the fear debuff with her perfect whale. She also provides block debuffs and increased attack. She can revive her passive. She decreases the damage taken by all allies from AoE attacks by 25% and 15% from bosses. So that's also a really nice defensive passive skill. And overall, she's more of a passive version, right? Where Pedrick is more of a offensive support. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the team I'm going to use. I haven't set up any presets yet. Still want to see what's going on. I'm going to try this team first, see what happens, and then regarding to that, I'll do the team setup, what skills need to be used first, and so on. So let's see. So we got Pedrick going first, and we probably don't want to get anybody a fear debuff. So if I would use the ally attack, Thorion would use his AoE A1, and maybe Mifrala would hit the Torment Head too. So I want to avoid that. So for now, I'm just gonna use the A1 because I want to keep the cleanse and the turn meter boost for later on. So I'm gonna use the Hex with Mifrala. I don't care if she gets feared at the moment. Then I'll use the perfect whale. So ideally you would want to have Duchess go first in this case, and just, you know, have her buff the perfect whale, so nobody gets feared, but it's fine. Now I'm gonna use the A2, 500,000 damage. So as you can see, the head of Mischief resisted or it was a weak hit. Didn't pay attention, but he didn't get the block buffs. So I'm just gonna restart straight away. Actually, I'm just gonna, do a little team setup here. So this rotation is kind of bad for Magic Affinity, champions, because we have 3 Force heads in this rotation, 2 Magic and 1 Spirit. So it's not ideal, but the best option he has. So that's just what we're gonna do now. So let's see. So we got the block buffs up. I think it was a weak hit on the head of Blight. So we got most of the debuffs up, which is fine. We're already at 1.5 million damage. See now, in best case scenario, I would build Islin in protection 2, because I really don't want the Mischief, the head of Mischief, to steal any buffs, and it would, it would keep the buffs potentially longer on the allies and just give a little bit more survivability. But overall, I think this is a really solid team, especially for this lower difficulty. It should be no problem for him to reach the 20 million damage. Maybe we can even move up to brutal from the looks of it. I'm not quite sure, but maybe if with a little, with those gear improvements, upgrade all those artifacts to 16 and glyph them and get the masteries, he should definitely be able to move up and get the 1 key. But yeah, it looks good so far. The debuffs are getting placed. Otharion is doing a crazy amount of damage. This is actually really, really crazy. Man, I just love Pedrick and Otharion together. It's really amazing to see the synergy between them. Like, Pedrick would just decrease the cooldown of Otharion, and Otharion would just take extra turns, and then, he would just cycle this max HP damage over and over and over again. So really, really nice to look at. So yeah, the first heads are about to go down. So far we are pretty lucky with Mithrala being the Mischief tank. There goes the ally attack. Decrease the cooldown of touches. Okay guys, I'm just gonna let it run and we're gonna look at the results afterwards. Okay, so here we go. 40 million damage on Hydra hard. Actually better than I expected. We have 20 million damage from Autorion. Really amazing. We have Ninja with 13 million. We have Mifrala with 4 million. touches 1 million and Eastlin also 1 million damage. So Authorion basically did half of the team's damage. So amazing. What a champ. Really, really nice. He made this really easy, honestly. I was looking at the screen every now and then. I have to rewatch the full video to make an analysis. But from what I saw a lot of buffs getting stolen even from Mifrala. So we should probably up the resistance or the accuracy on Mifrala. And overall, I'm pretty glad how how the results came out. The protection sets really came in handy with the protected buffs. So not every time the buffs would get stripped by the Head of Mischief. This was really nice. It's kind of a little bit of RNG, but still worked, as you can see. 40 million damage. Before, his best was around 30 million on Hydra normal. Now he can just run this on auto, as you can see, and have 40 million damage on hard. I'm not gonna keep the results for now. Now I'm pretty sure we could probably swap out Eastlane for somebody that does a decreased defense, and for example Ugo. Now you would of course lose the cleanse and the decreased speed, but it would definitely boost up the damage a little bit and give more uptime for the block buffs. Now Eastlane kind of is weird with his provoke on auto. So if you play this manually, you will probably have more success because you can just keep on A1 hitting the Head of DK. But overall, I think this team is pretty solid. Now I would like to get in decreased defense at least, because we don't have decreased defense, at least not AoE. Ninja has a single target decreased defense. We don't have weaken. Those are two really important debuffs to get your damage up. So overall, I think this is a nice result. I'm gonna let him do his keys, try this on auto. Maybe he wants to see how it works, and let him enjoy his Hydra team. So looking at this account, I think he definitely has some pretty valid options for another Hydra team. I would definitely use Pythion. Pythion is a really nice reviver, cleanser, block debuffs, heal all over the board. Really, really solid champion for Hydra. And we have also Wukong, which can deal a lot of damage. He can strip buffs and put a block debuffs on block buffs on the enemies. Then he has Ugo for the block buffs and decreased defense. Really solid. Roy God, a nice damage dealer, honestly. Then we have Artag with decreased attack and HP burns, and activates HP burns. Also really solid. And Rathalos has a nice little synergy with HP burns. And overall, also a pretty decent champion for Hydra, but you gotta keep track of his skills to get his full potential. V6, also a really nice provoker. Yeah, I think he definitely has a team for normal at least. This will definitely get a 1 key for normal, without a doubt, with the right gear. And but I hope he's happy with his new team, and I hope he will progress. Now he should definitely prioritize getting that 1 key on Clan Boss. This should be always the priority before stepping up to Hydra, but in this case we made an exception here. I did it with a least amount of investment because he already has like 2 or 3 of the really, really strong Hydra champs, and they made it really easy to progress in you know, one difficulty higher. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. Leave a like and a comment below if you liked this video, and see you in the next one. Peace.